She was very murdery. I need a thimble in my life because he's so cute. Right, do you want to see what I bought? I've actually received 2 gifts. Future Stacey here. I just want to pop on quickly before the video starts properly just to say you will hear me talk about my Fable book club. Since filming the start of this video, I have decided to pause the book club for the moment. So going forward, what I'm going to do for the reading vlogs is I'm going to be doing an Instagram pics. I'll be giving my Instagram followers 4 books to choose from, and they can vote on which one they would like me to read in the reading vlogs, and the winning one will be the one that I read going forward. Just wanted to let you know because you will hear me talk about the book club, but I'm pausing it for the time being. Hello and welcome to Stacey's Bookish Adventures. With it being February now, it is time to start reading my book club choice for February, and that is Legends Lattes by Travis Baldree. I'm going to start reading this. You'll see my reactions to it. We'll chat as we go along. Hopefully we'll have a nice little video at the end of it. It is bedtime at the moment. We are about to get ready to go to bed. So I'm going to get myself comfy and cozy, and then we're going to snuggle up with the book. He fed the pipe through the flange. Oh my gosh, I just realised I just jumped straight into reading the book. I didn't even tell you what it's about, did I? I'm so shit at this. Legends and Lattes. This is basically like a cozy fantasy. So it's set in a fantasy world with fantasy characters. The main character is Viv. She's an orc. She was like a badass kind of stabby orc, you know. She was very murdery. She's decided to put down her sword, retire. She's getting on a bit. She's got a bad back and all this and the other. And she's a nice person. She's a nice creature. She's nice. So she wants to stop. She has a dream of opening a coffee shop. So she moves to this city and starts to open up a coffee shop. The trouble is, nobody in the city has ever heard of coffee. No idea what it is. When they start making the coffee, the people call it it's called bean water. And I feel like I'm gonna call my coffee bean water from now on. That just sounds more fun. Bean water with milk. Yeah, so it's just like a cozy, heartwarming story so far of this orc who has gone and purchased an old building, has done it up with the help of a hob. She's hired a succubus to help with like serving and everything. I'm really liking everybody in it so far. My favourite is the ratkin, little thimble. Oh, I need a thimble in my life because he's so cute, and I want his pastries. It's just kind of plodding along nicely. Nothing major is going on. It's not like massively stand out or anything, but it's cute. So I'm gonna continue reading this for a bit today. I'm actually like not feeling the greatest today. I think I've been germed by the kids when we went out to the farm the other day. So it's gonna be a nice cozy day, but I do want to pop down to Aldi first because I feel like there's a couple of things that I want to pick up from there that I feel like I really need to have with me whilst I'm reading this book. It's definitely required whilst reading this book. So I'm going to do that. I also am really tempted, even though I am supposed to be on a book buying ban, I'm really tempted to go into town and look in the charity shops for some books, because I won £30 on the lottery last night. £30, woohoo! Woo! But I'm so grateful for it. Well, it's basically free books, isn't it? So I think I'm gonna go. I'll take you with me. Go and have a look at the books in the charity shops. Pick up the things that I need from Aldi, and then cozy up and do some more reading. Right, do you want to see what I bought? What I picked up? She's telling me off because I was on the book ban, but it was free. I won money, it's fine. I've seen these. I've had my eye on these books for a while. I keep meaning to buy them. And so I saw the three of them together in the charity shop. The spines are a little bit creasy, but it's fine. They were £1 each. So Lucy Foley, The Hunting Party, The Guest List, and The Paris Apartment. I said to myself when I left, I said, I'm not going to buy any more thrillers because I don't have any more room on my thriller shelves. But I couldn't resist when I saw these.
You need help, ma'am.
Yeah, so aside from the creasing of the spine, they're in decent condition. And yeah, like I said, I've wanted to read them for a while, so I'm happy to pick those up. I also picked this one up, and I'm really interested by this one. This one is TikTok by Simon Mayo. I had no idea Simon Mayo was an author. So it's written by, you know, the radio DJ, broadcaster person thingy-majig. Simon Mayo. I used to listen to him all the time. Drive Time on Greatest Hits Radio, and he's been on other ones as well. But yeah, I was surprised to see that he had written books. I didn't have a clue. And this one sounds really good, right? So I'll read it to you in case you don't know. It says, if you can hear it, your time is running out. Teacher Kit Chaplin can't understand why some students at his North London school are experiencing an extreme ticking noise in their ears. Perhaps it's just a severe form of tinnitus, or tinnitus, however you say it. But only days later, it spreads to more students and starts leaving bodies in its wake. What? Eminent vaccinologist Lily Slater has never seen anything like this before. She must race against the clock to work out what is happening and to find a cure. But their investigation throws up more questions than answers until they realise the mystery behind the illness is even bigger than they could have imagined. Will the truth behind this catastrophe become clear before it's too late? It's apparently a slice of scary, escapist fun. It sounds so good. So I'm really looking forward to reading this one. I had no idea that he'd written stuff. But apparently he's written kids' books as well. Or for younger readers anyway. I also picked up this one because the cover's pretty and pink. At first, when I first looked at it, I thought this isn't my type of book. But the more I read the back of it does sound pretty good actually. It's Jane Fallon. But yeah, I've not read any of these books before, and look how pretty it is. I also picked this one up because of the pretty cover. Maggie O'Farrell, This Must Be the Place. Set in Ireland. I think it's a love story of sorts. So it's probably not going to be my cup of tea, but I thought I would give it. Not sure what's going on in that. I thought I'd give it a go because it looks really pretty. And I'm trying out new things, as we know. There's bound to be some sort of... Are you okay?
Yes.
She's not very well. There's bound to be some sort of romance I like. The last one I bought, this is bargain of the day, right? Is this hardback, look, Half a King by Joe Abercrombie. I haven't actually read a Joe Abercrombie book yet, but Craig has, and he's read this one and he said it's really good. It needs a little bit of a wipe, there's like coffee stains on it or have you. But yeah, like a hardback of it. Look at the map. I do enjoy a good map in a book. Yeah, bargain of the day. This was 20 pence. 20 pence I paid for that.
That's crazy.
That's amazing. Absolutely amazing. I swore an oath to be avenged on the killers of my father I may be half a man, but I swore a whole oath. Yeah, so those are the books that I bought. I'm really chuffed with them. I can't wait to read them at some point when I get round to them. Now I'm gonna get on with reading more of Legends and Lattes. I mean, if you're not reading this with a latte and a cinnamon bun, then what are you doing? Alright, Mia?
Oh, hello.
I'm gonna eat this, drink my coffee, read some more of the book. Happy days. Reading this, every time I read about the madrigal, I was like, welcome to the family, madrigal, every time.
Madrigal, what was the madrigal? I don't remember the name, but I remember.
Yeah, the madrigal. Too hot. Right, so what's been going on so far is that obviously things have been plodding along nicely. It's giving me such nice vibes. Like, I really want to, it's making me really want to own my own cafe. I mean, I'd be shit at it, but it gives me that kind of like feeling like I want to do it as well. But there's been stuff going on as well. There's the madrigal, and the madrigal, every time I hear it, every time I'm reading it, I'm just singing in my head, but obviously it's not the same. Yeah, so the madrigal seems to be this like person mafia type of thing going on. They basically like run the city, owns the city, and they are demanding payment, like a monthly payment from Viv. And obviously, being big scary orc as she is, she's like, no, I'm not paying, I don't want to pay. So there's like been shit building up with that. There's also been something going on as well with somebody that she used to like fight alongside with, and he's just an ass basically, but he's stirring up shit as well. Yeah. So I have finished Legends and Lattes. I'll give you my thoughts in a second. I just wanted to show you a couple of bookish things that I've had recently. I am expecting a delivery, but they haven't turned up yet and I can't keep waiting. So I'll have to pop those into a different video. But I just wanted to show you, I recently joined Bookstagram. I set up a book account on Instagram and it's going really, really well. And since joining, I've actually received 2 gifts, which has blown my mind, and I can't get over it. So the first one that I had was from my lovely friend Faye. Her book account is Wonderless Than Words, and yeah, she sent me a gift from my Amazon wish list. It was completely unexpected. I had no idea that she had done it. When I got a knock at the door, my instinct was to hide. I was like, I'm not expecting anything or anyone, hide, but Craig was here, so he went and answered the door. And yeah, it was a package from Faye, so a little thank you for all your support and kindness and bringing me into the bookish world from Faye. Yeah, and look at this. She got me this one, Daughter of the Moon Goddess by Surin Tan. Look at how beautiful this book is. It's so pretty. Yeah, it's like Chinese mythology, I think. Yeah, Chinese mythology, and I just love the sound of it. So I'm so looking forward to reading this one. The other one that I had, again completely unexpected, was from somebody that I've only just started talking to, and they are really, really nice. She'd posted a review of a book and I commented and just said, oh, this sounds like it's my kind of book, like, you know, it's my right up my street. I'll have to look it up. And the next day, I get a knock on the door. It's from, her Instagram name is thepuzzling_bookworm. And it says, it's been lovely getting to know you on Bookstagram. I hope you enjoy this book. Sarah from the Puzzling Bookworm. It's just so nice, isn't it? And the book is The Other Tenant by Leslie Cara. For anybody that knows me, I adore thrillers and things like this. So it sounds so good. Again, completely unexpected and just so kind. Just so kind of people to go out of their way just to get me a book like that. And it restores my faith in humanity a little, you know? That people will just go out and do kind things like that for no reason. The other things that I wanted to show you, we went to Bath the other day, and in Bath they have a Toppins bookshop, and it was the most fabulous bookshop I've ever been in my life. I'll pop a link in my description below of the vlog that I filmed while I was in Bath. That vlog is on my other channel, which is my vlogging channel, where I do weekly vlogs, day in the life type of vlogs and days out and stuff like that. So I'll pop a link into that if you are interested in watching anything like that, then please pop over after you've watched this and subscribe. That would be amazing. But yeah, it was the most fabulous bookshop I've ever seen in my life, you know, just one of those with the sliding ladders and everything, and oh, it was brilliant. And they had loads of special editions of books just everywhere. They had a little section of blind date with the books, you know, mystery books. And I'm a sucker for anything like that. So I picked one up, random one, didn't have a clue where it was, brought it home, unwrapped it, and it was Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross. Something that I've had my eye on for a while, so I was quite chuffed with that. I'm not sure if I'm going to like it because romance and me, I don't really connect well with romance, but I'm sure there's going to be one out there that I will like and enjoy. So I'm going to give it a good go. I also picked up this book. It's a brand new book. It was released the day after I bought it. Don't ask me how I managed to do that. I don't know if they were allowed to do that or not. But yeah, it's like an eerie book set in World War One in Scotland. There's like paranormal in it and everything. I have read it. I finished reading it the other day, so that it'll be in my February reading wrap up, my thoughts on this book. I was drawn to it because, if you don't know me, right, I am a theme park person. I love going to theme parks, and I was drawn to it because the house on the cover, it reminded me of Alton Towers, of the mansion, the old house in Alton Towers. That drew me to it, and then I picked it up and then I saw that it had amazing sprayed edges. Look at that. So I was like, yeah, I want it. I don't care if it's crap, I want it. Obviously, because I picked it up the day before it was released. It's the first edition and it is signed by the author. And they had loads of that type of thing in Toppins. The naked covers, just naked. Yeah, they had loads of those in Toppins, first edition, signed in like sexy versions of them. So I'm really happy that I got this. That's so cool, isn't it? And then the last one to show you is this one. Craig picked this up for me on Sunday when he went grocery shopping. He saw it in Tesco and he picked it up for me because basically he wants to read it as well. So it's like a police procedural type of thing, which is my fave. But it's also got a time travelling element to it, which is wild. I have got a couple of Ellie Griffiths books up here, which I haven't read yet, but they are supposed to be very, very good. Yeah, so this is like a time travelling police procedural, which is fascinating to me. No sprayed edges, but the cover is very beautiful. And inside, it has a sexy map. And on the outside, look at the naked cover. That's pretty. And it's got a signature as well, which is cool. I'm very much looking forward to all of these books and can't wait to see what they're like. Oh, I also, yesterday in the charity shops, picked up these, oh my finger, where does it go? Where does it go? There. These two Stephen King books, hardbacks, £1.50 each in a charity shop. Bargain. Absolute bargain. So we got The Outsider and Institute. I was literally saying to Craig last week, I think it was, that I wanted to read Stephen King stuff. So it's like fate. It was like fate. Anyway, we are here to talk about Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldree, or Baldree. I don't know. I'd say Baldree. I thought it was a really, really lovely read. It's so cosy and soothing. It's basically a book about friendship and love, kindness, all of that type of thing. But I think ultimately it's about forgiveness, I would say. That's what it's mainly about. It's like a little reminder, you know, we've all done stuff that we feel really shitty about. It's like a reminder that people change and you can be forgiven, and just because you've done some stupid shit in the past doesn't make you a bad person. And it's got that kind of message to it. I mean, ultimately, right, Viv is a murdery orc, you know, she's done the worst of the worst, you know, so you can't really relate to it that way, because I haven't done anything murdery, you know. But yeah, it's really heartwarming. It's just got that nice little vibe to it, you know. I was reading it and it just made me feel happy and warm and cozy. I really enjoyed it. I loved how it was all fantasy characters. Obviously it's a fantasy book, but it wasn't, like, for me, I struggle with fantasy usually because it's mainly like war, murder and stuff. So I liked that it was fantasy characters but done in a sort of nice way, not anything murdery, apart from at the start, obviously, when she is murdery at the start. My favourite character was Thimble, the little ratkin. He just sounded so cute. Like, I want the little ratkin in my kitchen making me pastries and being all cute, you know. He just sounded so lovely. So this story is basically about Viv the orc. She don't want to be murdery no more. She don't want to do that anymore. She decides to set up a coffee shop. She's seen coffee in some gnome village before. It's like a gnome thing, and she's tried it, and ever since she hasn't been able to stop thinking about it, basically, and she's decided she wants to set up her own coffee shop. Trouble is, where she's setting it up, nobody's ever heard of it. She's in the city, nobody's ever heard of coffee. I like the description of it in here because it's like, it gives you that feeling, isn't it? This is how it feels. It says, I told you, I came across it in Azimuth, and I remember following the smell to the shop. They called it a cafe. People just sat around drinking it from these little ceramic cups, and I had to try it. And it was like drinking the feeling of being peaceful. Being peaceful in your mind. Well, not if you have too much, then it's something else. But that to me is how I feel about coffee, and why it's so hard for me to try and give it up, because it makes me feel calm and peaceful. It gives me that kind of nice peaceful vibe. Yeah, I really connected with that. It just felt like, yes, that's how I feel about coffee. This version of the book actually has, and I really appreciate it, and I'm going to make use of it, ingredients and a recipe, look, to make your own thimblets. I mean, I'm well up for that. I'm really happy about that. I think that's a really nice touch. This copy also has like an extra kind of story at the back, which is about Viv, but in the past, before she hung up her sword and stuff. I wasn't interested in that. I read a few pages of it and I was like, this is not for me. I don't want to read that. The book itself, at the moment, it is standing up there as my favourite book of the month so far. Yeah, I really, really liked it. I really enjoyed it. It was cute, it was cosy. I keep saying those things. I don't know what else to say about it. It wasn't like a thrilling book or anything. It wasn't something that kept you on your toes. It wasn't fast paced. It was very plod along, you know, everything plodded along nicely. There were some like tension bits in it, not that you felt very much like it was tense, but like there were elements of the story where there was a bit of drama, you know, things kicking off and everything. So it wasn't just constantly like, oh, nice. There were a couple of elements where it was like, oh no, shit's happening. I liked it, I enjoyed it. I liked the romance in it. I didn't expect there to be romance in it, but it's the lightest little dusting of romance. It's barely there. I wasn't expecting it. The way it was written was really nice. It wasn't so like in your face, and you know, once the romantic interest is like there, that's all they think about. You know, I hate that in romance books. I hate it when it just becomes all about the romance. But it wasn't like that in this. It was just a little light dusting, a sprinkle of love, and just Viv kind of learning that she does deserve friendship, but she does deserve love, even though she's had a dodgy past. And I like that a lot. Ultimately, this is definitely a book that I would recommend, especially if you haven't really read fantasy before, or you're not really into fantasy, I guess, because this gives you the sort of fantasy elements, but without all of the kind of aggression and stuff that usually tends to come with fantasy books, especially like the epic fantasies and stuff. This is it's just a nice little friendly book. Yeah, so I definitely recommend it. Like I said, so far it's my favourite book of the month. So that is it for this month's reading vlog. I hope it was okay. It should be better than last month's, hopefully. I'm kind of learning as I go along on how to do these reading vlogs. They're a little bit trickier than I thought they were going to be. So yeah, that's it. I've currently got a poll up at the moment on my Bookstagram to choose my book for next month. But yeah, I hope this video was okay. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure you hit subscribe so that you can keep up with all the bookish adventures. Obviously there's going to be like more TBRs, more monthly wrap-ups, hauls, reading vlogs, anything else that I can think of that's book related as well. So yeah, thank you for watching. Please make sure you hit subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.